And in 3, 2, 1, and welcome back to Business and Gravy with your host, Travis White. Hey guys, listen, this is episode 2, the double deuce, not 22. I'm throwing up too many twos, but I can't wait to tell you about the interview today. Woo! Let me tell you something. I've got Adam Brewer with Adam's Rib Company, who's taken the time to sit down with me, which I am so grateful for because, again, this is another legitimate business owner, and I'm really happy that I got to do one with somebody in our community because, we've got such a cool town here. At first I was kind of like, all right, let me feel this out. You can't really wear blue jeans here, like on the reg, because, we're in a swamp, so it's easy to get swamp ass, and that's just facts, okay? So, got to talk with Adam. We talked a little bit about processes, but really the part I want you to pull out of this is how much, him doing stuff in the community means to people and how that is reciprocated by their loyalty. So, this is a UF Mover guys type of company here. Adam's Rib Company, UF Mover guys are literally, I always say this, you're at least 1 degree away, at the very least, 1 degree away from somebody who has done something that either one of these companies has supported. So, when you're in a town like Gainesville, it's growing, but it's growing in a way where it's like a supported growth. So we're all going to kind of have to work together here a little bit because things are changing. But that's the cool part. So enough about that. I'm going to go ahead and admit to you all something. I just learned that there's really no point for me to wear these headphones. But I'm not going to take them off. And it's simply because I feel like if I do this without headphones on, then you all won't trust me as a podcaster. I don't know. I don't need that kind of pressure on me, so I'm just going to wear the headset. And I like it. I like the way it feels on my ears. So we're going to keep it. Now, I did a sandwich review. We did it at Publix because there's literally probably nothing more Florida than a pub sub. A pub sub. That's it, man. Everybody knows. Hell, they even made some containers for them on Shark Tank. So, if the sharks like it, the gators can like it. That's just facts. Now, the other thing I wanted to share with you guys was, going back to the sandwiches, there's a lost art. There's a lost art in our world to where you can dominate a conversation without really even having to talk. And there's body language. There's a lot of different ways that you can express the way you feel nonverbal. If you square up, you're paying attention. You lean forward, you're paying attention. We talked about interview tips. You know how to be successful at interviews. If you haven't seen it, jump on the TWTV Instagram page and check it out so you can maybe get a job one day. But the art that I'm talking about is a power move, and I'm really big on power moves. Like, if you're gonna move with some intensity, move with some power, and let the people know you're there. So I'm gonna teach you this, okay? If you're in a conversation, this is terrible radio, by the way, and absolutely bad radio. But for the viewers, I'm gonna teach you something, okay? You stare somebody in the eyes, and while they're telling you something, you need to shake a sandwich at them. Take a bite. Okay, I'm not going to chew in the microphone. That doesn't do anything, and then you go. Dude, you shake a sandwich at somebody, that's old school. And if you can get a little piece of lettuce to fly off, like right in front of them, don't let it fall on them. I'm pretty sure you can catch a charge for throwing around veggies like that. But, think about it. You can totally, you can come at different angles. I like the little wrist shake because look at that. That's live, bro. I'm telling you. If you want to make a point, shake your sandwich. Well, enough about sandwiches. So let's get to the restaurant. Let's go to Adam's Rib Company to go and talk to one of my very, very good friends about how he keeps being successful. So I hope y'all enjoy the interview, and as always, keep coming back. All right. What's going on, everybody? This is Travis White with Business and Gravy. And when I tell you that we just keep taking major strides with TWTV, this is our first on-site interview. So what that means is we're going to get the body language, and I can really feel my man Adam right here.
Yeah, buddy.
This is Adam Brewer with Adam's Rib Company. And I got to say, you have one of the best brands in town. And I really do mean that, man.
Thank you.
Because you have the quality, but I've always told you that the part I was most impressed with was how good the food is, but legit, and I'm being serious, you get your food there faster than you get it at McDonald's, Taco Bell, and it's 14 times the quality. So take advantage of this new location and what it can offer you, because if you call ahead, you know it's coming out good. And you know how I feel about the collard greens. But enough pumping them up right now, because we're going to keep doing it. All right? So, Adam, how are we doing today, bro?
I am great. Better than I deserve.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that's true, actually.
God is good all the time, right?
Yes, sir. He is. He is, man. So, this interview, we're a marketing kind of based interview.
Yeah.
But we do touch on some other things. So, ride with me here, okay, my brother?
On the ride. Let's roll.
Right. So, like I just said, you have one of the best brands in town. How would you describe, if you were going to tell somebody what you bring to the table or what you're known for and what they can expect, and you're going to follow through on it, what is it?
I start off with the community-based, so I feel like I wanted to ingrain whatever brand I was going to be a part of into the community. A lot easier for me being a hometown boy, playing high school football and growing up in the area. That was kind of a shoe-in, so to speak, but community-based, barbecue entrepreneur. My wife and I are a team, so we've used the team focus. Her and I have kind of come together to create a husband and wife team, community-based focus. We're giving back to the community, so we do well in our company. We sell a lot of barbecue. We do well enough to pay the bills, and there's a little bit left over. We spend a portion of those proceeds giving back to the community. Yes. So I really put emphasis on that. And then the other part of it, I think, is the love that goes in to everything that we do with our brand. The hat you're wearing is like one of my favorite creations.
Product placement,
yeah. The creation, though, like we are a brand of 16 years. The creative side to our brand has helped us stay on top of what we're doing, but also has helped us to be innovative. Adam's Rib Co. To Go would be part of our innovation. So community-based, barbecue entrepreneurs, mixed with a little bit of innovation. My wife and I are good with people also, so that helps, as you know. But overall, we've circled in and said we want to be the premier barbecue establishment in Northeast Florida. How do we go about that? We put the customer first. We put the community first. We put our employees first. And then the magic happens.
Yeah. Well, like you were saying, you were putting everybody first. And whenever you're serving community, other people, the rest really falls in place. As long as because you get to use that to kind of pour back into the community. And you've been here for a while. So what have you seen really change along the way? Because it's been a pretty drastic change from what I understand. Now, I'm not from here originally, but I've heard as much as Newberry Road was a dirt road at one time and all that, which I know cities grow eventually.
Right.
But what would you say is kind of the biggest change that you've noticed over your 16 years with Adam's Rib Co.?
The metropolis of Gainesville has evolved into a situation where we have a good mix of local, rural communities. We call it the outskirts of Gainesville. All those people, surrounding communities, Newberry, Alachua, Trenton, out east, we have Noonan's Lake and Windsor, and on further Melrose. These cities are kind of a smaller part of a bigger city. In the major part of the city, I think you got the college, and you got the two colleges. You got Santa Fe College. You got the University of Florida. Over the years, I've watched them grow. Right. You had Alachua County residents. If you're watching this video and you're a fan of the area, ACRs was the thing growing up. You don't hear as much about Alachua County residents anymore because they're everywhere, and the students are not Alachua County residents for the most part. They move here from out of the state or out of the city to come here. What I've seen is the numbers of students have grown. The actual city population of residents hasn't grown so much over the years. With the new recent housing boom, this is when we've really felt it. The last 2 years, we were going, well, why are we having to build more homes? Well, because they, after 10, 11 years, have started to fill all these homes, and we're actually starting to come back to that state that we were trying to be back in 2009, before the recession hit. But from my standpoint, more is better. More population gives me more opportunity to serve my brand to a diverse crowd of people. So that's one thing we like about this community.
That's really cool is as people keep moving here and having a university in your city, it provides a lot of diversity in itself.
That's it.
But then whenever we're going to have, I mean, I'm telling you right now, I've worked with people from Idaho. I work with people from California, New York, Philly, or literally people I'm working with right now coming into the area. So imagine all those backgrounds and how it'll add to our community. Watch me now. I'm knocking this whole table over. If you haven't noticed on the show, I'm knocking something off the table every time. It may end up being my stick. I thought it was the tank tops, but now maybe it's just destruction. So, but once we bring in all this new community, it's going to really change the landscape of Gainesville, and it's going to offer a lot more opportunities to learn. And I think based on what we've had going on in America, I think that that's a really good opportunity for us to educate ourselves and learn just where other people are coming from.
Yeah, but it's going to trickle down to the next generation too, with our kids and our kids' kids, how everybody's able to live together, work together, be in neighborhoods together, no matter where you came from, where you headed, right?
Exactly. And, we're in this together, so
yeah.
It's kind of a we thing. While we all get caught up in our own individual journey, you forget that the idea is to support a community and grow, like you said, in a healthy manner.
Heck yeah.
And with everybody coming in here, roadway is going to be, there's going to be some challenges along the way. But as long as we keep one focus. All right, so now that we've talked about your brand and, what you're trying to do and what you are doing, they ain't trying, they are doing, okay? When have you ever had to face some adversity? Can you give me an example of something that you had to face that you ended up overcoming?
Real fresh on my mind right now is the adversity in hiring, and we are calling it an employee shortage nationwide in our state. I know we're doing things to combat that the best we can, but that has been an adverse situation for many of our years. From time to time, we have issues with not being able to find the right kind of help, or not being able to find the people that we need to fit our brand. This year specifically, we felt this alongside of a lot of other people. So it has been tough, but I would tell you a lot of things about this year where I didn't have to privately have those concerns. They were public. Everybody was dealing with it. To know that ahead of time, sharing that along with another business owner, it made it a little bit easier.
It's easier to bear.
A little bit easier to muster, right?
Yes, yeah.
As we work through this together, everybody's working at trying to get the next young man or the next young woman that can come help their business succeed, right? So when I'm having those conversations out there right now, it's a little easier to bear, to say, hey, we're all going through this. We're going through this together, right? And then how are we going to overcome it? Well, we're going to hire, and we're going to interview, and we're going to hire, and we're going to interview, and we're going to get people going, and eventually people will stick, right? So a year from now, most of these businesses are going to be overcomers and have dealt with this. But that persistence and then that adversity, that kind of laid itself out there, how are we going to deal with it?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Well,
like as you go along, and like the big thing with Adam's Rib Company is, and I'm gonna kind of brag on you, but
Don't
they've
do it.
got. I'm
Don't
only
do
doing
it.
it
Don't
once.
do it.
I'm only doing
All
it
right,
once.
all right,
Okay,
all right.
I'm only doing it
All
once. But the team here, you know, that's how they approach it. It's a team effort, and they train people up. And every time I've gone in, it's the same people working there. You've had some long-term employees, and I think that speaks volumes of what you and Michelle have been able to do here. So, thank you for building other people up. But my next question is, we've had extensive conversations about, well, a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
But the one I always keep asking you about, because I want to learn more, is how strong your processes are. So this is something that I've tried to implement in what I do here in the last week. So I'm trying to move efficiently like you. Can you talk about how you kind of set these processes? How'd you find them? Because I mean, you've told me it's down to where you keep. You should only turn 6 inches.
Yeah. Where's that? It's right here by
it's
your
right
ankle.
here.
Where's that up head high? Trust but verify. So you lay out your processes, and then you trust. Like, all right, I'm gonna trust that they're gonna do it right the first time, right? A lot of times throughout the course of the day, you're gonna find yourself wanting to go behind and check. Well, I like to go through their day, give them the process, trust that it's done the right way, and let everybody finish, kind of go back over the day and verify certain things. And then I think to adjust that process has a lot of follow-up. Follow-up is checking in. Hey, let me see that. Let me see what's going on with that. Hey, you mind if I poke my head in there? This could be a file of papers. This could be, in my business, this could be making baked beans, right? This could be a paper file. This could be an email. This could be a project that we're working on for a nonprofit. My thoughts is we're following up with whoever's helping us with this project on a timely basis, you know, whether it's every day, every hour, and to make sure that those processes are there in place and they're not being altered. So you set a system in place for what? To keep it this way, right? If someone's constantly adjusting or altering the system, it's going to be hard to kind of get things implemented, right? Once the processes are implemented in place, you can always change, right?
Just tweak here.
Yeah, little
here.
tweaks. Big fan of that. Like, and I'm thinking the real estate world. I'm thinking the barbecue world. I'm thinking it applies everywhere. You know, I'm thinking marketing. I'm thinking how are our people the most successful? Well, they're the best at what they do when we let them do their job. We follow up and have conversations about the job or about the process, right? Because that knows that, hey, man, the process is strong. We talked about, and then how are we continuing to keep the strength there? Well, we're trusting that it's getting done. We're verifying some key checkpoints. I know everybody in any business has their own little things that, you know, at the very minimum, you check these 5 key components of my business, and at any kind of given time, I can get a snapshot of how we're doing, right?
It's like, you know, income statement, you know,
sure,
all that stuff.
Well, for you, I mean, how many listings do I got? How many prospects do I got? How many solds I got going? What's going on the board? What's coming off the board?
And who's moving now? Who said 6 months down the road? You know,
right?
Pop up. What's up, Sharon?
Processes in place, you know, and you've got them,
Yeah.
you know, and then you're bringing other people onto your team, right? So now you got to kind of get them inside of your head.
Yes.
And get them lined up on your processes.
Yes.
Not everything's going to be able to stay in your head, right? Yeah. Some of it's got to come out of your brain.
Yes.
And who's gonna pull that out, right?
Exactly. Exactly. You give me some time and a good doctor, I'll pull it out of there.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So and the big thing is too is the consistency of your product. And so I think that again that comes from these processes and procedures and how. And I know you get feedback from the people who are doing the work, and you're able to kind of see it and have a conversation about it. And like you grow with your team, and that's why you keep a lot of people on staff, I'm sure.
Yeah, and then never. I just know what they do for my brand, and as much as I may be doing, they're doing a lot. And I ask people on my brand to give 110%. Some days we have some rough days, and I look at my people and I'm like, hey, have a rough day. You're giving it your all, giving 110%, and you can never ask someone to give more than 110%. So when your people at the end of the day are giving you everything they got, Got to be thankful.
Yeah, and it's again, it's something to be proud of for the company as a whole, to be able to get on the same page, have a common goal, and then
Yeah, dive in,
dive
buy
in.
in,
Oh,
drink
yeah.
the Kool-Aid.
oh yeah, all that. I don't know about the Kool-Aid, man. I've read some bad stuff.
Come
about
on,
the
man.
Kool-Aid.
The
I don't know.
Kool-Aid, man.
Let me do some more research.
He's,
Okay.
You afraid of the Kool-Aid, man.
Hell
He's
yeah.
still having nightmares from the Kool-Aid, man.
It was. And listen, if that big thing ever busted through my wall saying, "Oh yeah," that's what I'm scared of.
Yeah.
A cult, we can work that out. But I'm just scared of that dude busting through my wall, and I have to live with that every night, Adam. So, what have you found that works for you to kind of get out there and market your company? And the big thing is I know there's a couple different things. So you've got the branding side of it, to where you consistently want to be in front of the customer at a good pace. But then there's the, how do you get them to act on it? How do you get them in the door? What do you feel like has worked for you?
Facebook and Twitter have been the two best things that ever happened to
Twitter?
or Twitter, I mean.
Instagram. Okay, I was like, yo, bro, you're good. No, you're good, because that's, you know.
Facebook and Instagram have been the two best things to ever happen to anybody who aims to do business. But you could, any kind of business, right? They literally match me up with people that like what I'm doing, right? And then I send my product, my pictures, my placement, my advertising out to people that like what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
So they're pairing me up with people that are supporters. Some of them may be friends, some of them may be family, some of them may be just like diehard customers that have become friends or family. But I think the idea of the matching, the pairing, being able to put yourself out there with pictures, and we've been promoting our swag a lot lately, so you'll see pictures of that. But to have that platform to do that on, even after all these years, it was start back in 2008, 2009, Facebook. So 13 years later, we have these really great platforms, and they've even gotten better. They've more target specific. You can publish ads, you can spend money to market your brand. But I think that is your place to share the love with people. Like, I'm putting myself out there. Used to, you have to go knock on doors. You used to have to go do different things. Now it's like, this is the version of knocking on doors. I put myself out there on Facebook. Didn't get in front of as many faces as I wanted to, so I'm gonna spend a little dollar there and market this a little bit more and publish this.
$2. Nice.
So, I mean, it's raining today, so me and you had to go knock on doors across the way in Ashton to try to get business.
Hand out some coupons.
Yeah, we're gonna get wet, but me and you can sit right here, put a little ad on Facebook, while we're shooting this stuff, and drop a $20 bill on there, and all my friends in Ashton to come by later, right? And this is the hopes. This isn't guaranteed, but this is the hopes, and it does work. We've seen that it works. And I guess the bigger concept behind what I'm saying is that being able to reach people now has generationally changed.
Yes.
My sons would have never imagined knocking on doors, and we called them door hangers back in the day, box toppers.
Oh, yeah.
That's old school. I looked at the pizza box the other day. There's nothing on it. I go, why come nobody's doing it? He goes, nobody does this anymore. Nobody does box toppers. And it's great, and we're not wasting paper, right? And we're still getting in front of it.
Yes.
So,
and it's very efficient, And
Yeah.
the best part is something I've struggled with in my marketing career is consistency, and you're able to set those up automatically. And like you said, for your business.
you're talking about a scheduled post. My Lord. Ain't that the best thing
Yeah,
ever?
oh my gosh, dude. Dude,
Come on.
it's if it wasn't
If you
for
don't know
that-
about a scheduled post,
I don't
I don't
know.
know where you at.
It's like I feel about Earth, Wind, and Fire. If you ain't down with Earth, Wind, and Fire,
You out.
a scheduled post, I ain't down with you. Okay? How we doing? What's up? You're shooting live. Okay.
Yeah.
Back to you, Adam. So, my man, let me ask you, how TWTV Nation out there, that's your name. You are TWTV Nation.
As you
okay?
watch.
It's happening live. How can we help you? Like, what could we do to help support you? I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, well, just share the post, and obviously we can do that. But, I mean, is there anything else that we could do?
Man, as you know from our little group, our friends, we co-branding, right? So we co-brand. I support what you're doing. You support what I'm doing.
Yes.
I share your stuff with my friends.
Yes.
it's more important than just looking at a post. We're wearing the product. We're talking about
Yes.
the product. We're having conversations about the things that each other are doing. But we're literally we have a partnership.
Yes.
Okay. And there's a few of us. I'm not gonna name any names, but there's a group of 5 or 6 of us. We spent a lot of our energy trying to build each other's brands up and trying to help each other. And it's a group that Travis and I are a part of, and it's something that's very near and dear to my heart. But more importantly, the group is filled with, first of all, a bunch of loving, encouraging men that are kind of in the same scenario as we are. We're all marketing different brands, right? But I love the fact that we've come together and said, "Hey, we're going to support each other,"
Yes.
and then we're going to brand with each other and for each other.
Oh yeah.
Okay? And so when you find a group, and I know a lot of men's groups are doing this right now, you're trying to find this once a month bunch, this group that we're grabbing together and we want to support each other. It's huge. It's huge. It's important that men support men in their business and their endeavors. And you know, we need to go over to somebody's house one weekend and sling some hammers, you know, and fix somebody's house or fix a roof, and we're going to go over there and do it. And it's more than just marketing and branding. It's about a bond, and it's about that co-brand, and it's about the bragging rights. Like, that's my homeboy, and that's my buddy, and I'm proud.
Yes, sir.
And my friends say that about me. That's my buddy, and they're proud. And that's the way we should be.
Yeah. Heck
Proud.
yeah. Is it you build each other up?
Yeah.
And you know, find you some people
Yeah.
that are part of your tribe, whatever you want to call it.
Love it.
But you know, at the end of the day, I'm so blessed to have Adam and some others in my life, because without Adam, you know, I'd be just marketing myself. But now I get a solid brand, and now look at me. We had the guy next door recognize me because guess what? I had a tank top on. He said I was smiling too much. So he pretty much nailed it.
Tank Top Nation, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's Tank Top Nation.
Yeah.
Tank Top Nation.
Bam!
Thanks, Adam. So listen, that's what we do here. So Adam, thank you very much for taking some time. I know you're a busy guy,
Yeah.
and but what
Thank
you're
you.
doing, yeah, man, what you're doing for the community, like, guys, remember that. So if you know, you're always like 1 degree away from something that Adam has supported. Brad Stump and them at UF Mover, guys, I think of them too. You know, they're supporting our kids, our communities, you name it. They've been probably involved. So when you're selecting a place to either work with or go eat at, there's a lot of different options. But for me, I choose the people that are making my community better, because I know that money, you know, it's gonna be represented back in town. So, dude, thank you so much, bro.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
for your
you.
time. Heck yeah. So,
Woo.
guys,
Woo.
we'll send you out with a little Ric Flair.
Woo. Woo.
All right, guys. Well, this was a great interview with Adam Brewer. Go check out Adam's Rib Company. Find you somebody that supports the community.
Yeah.
Find somebody that cares about the product, but more importantly, the impact. Okay? So, you know, Adam, thanks again.
Thank
for
you.
sure. We want to thank you guys, Tank Top Nation. That
Woo-hoo.
just got born by
Woo-hoo.
Adam Brewer. So,
Trademarking that when we leave.
yeah, dang it. I'll be.
No, you're in.
Okay, deal.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, cool.
We
So,
partner.
you know, some of the other things I want to tell you about, we're going to be coming through a lot more consistently. We're dropping the podcast on Tuesday, so I know it was a quick turnaround.
Great.
Yeah, so we're going to do it on Tuesday. So you've got the whole week to drive to work. And, you know, if it's a 15-minute drive, that's 3 days. I got you. You're going to laugh a little bit. So at least you can have your day be pretty good.
That's right.
Other than that, Dad Bod, Dad Mine, we are actually going to start a contest to rename Hi, I'm New Here. Because they all can't be winners, okay? So cut me some slack. And Adam, you got anything you want to say before?
No, I love that Hi, I'm New Here piece. That was.
The show's great. We're going to
That's-
be able to bring it to a lot more people.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
You know what I'm saying? You got to give the people what they want. And for some reason, y'all want tank tops and a better name for How I'm New Here. So, you all select it. Put it in the comments. Appreciate you.
Yeah, come buy you a house from old Travis over here.
Yeah, that's not a bad deal. Adam, why don't you tell us a little bit about kind of your merch here?
Oh, so you come into Adam's Rib Co. to go, you know, to pick up your carry-out order or your call-ahead carry-out or your online order. You can get you some of them swag we got up here. We got
Oh,
Adam.
man. I don't know. What's he got here? Is this?
We got one of our co-brands there that we were just talking about.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then we got some Adam's Rib Co. to go wear. We got the shirts. We got the hats. We got
Hey.
the dry fit hats. The dry fit shirts. Yeah,
You got
the
it
dry
all,
fit hats.
bro. And I will say this, that it's a shirt you would wear. You know, sometimes you get like these shirts from other companies and they're too busy, and you're just like, yeah, thanks for it.
Yeah.
Like the Gator tees,
Yeah.
the logo is cool. You know, it's just
Thank
it's
you.
it's
So
gainful.
this what I have on. This is old. This is like what we wore like 10 years ago. This is out. This is gone. This is just for this.
Special
Oh,
edition.
see, I'm doing a track.
product placement.
But the new stuff is good, and we're real thankful to have the nicer shirts, more wearable.
Yeah, quality.
This was like an employee shirt, you know. I feel like I'm a billboard over
I
there.
ain't gonna lie, man.
But with
That's-
your gator hat, you know, the gator's a little subtle there, and so it looks great.
Heck yeah, I enjoy this hat. You know, I wear it a lot. I think I wore it in my last podcast. So, guys, I appreciate y'all joining us. And Adam,
Good times.
show me some love, brother.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
That was good, man.
How was that, man?